Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. It's a great honor to share this Saturday with you. Um, I'm pretty excited about this session, and because I didn't present in a while, and also because there are lots of great speakers today and yesterday as well. So thank you very much for the invitation. Thank you for the speakers, the attendees, and everyone in the organization team making this possible. So thank you very much. Yeah, that's it. Welcome and thank you. In the next couple of minutes, we're going to share a session about Dynamics for Human Resources. That's my main solution, the solution that I took the most. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you feel the passion that I feel with this product. That is weird, but I hope you do. So thank you very much. Let's start. I hear some noise in the back. Okay, once again, welcome and thank you for attending the session. It is a pleasure for me to share part of my day with you all and to reach such amazing country and region that I never thought I will be involved with. So thank you very much, Faisal, for the invitation. It's pretty awesome to be here. Who am I? That's the next slide. So who am I? I'm Ana Inés Urrutia. I changed a while from the picture you're seeing right now in the screen till today. As you can see, I'm much colorer than the picture shows. I'm a lot of things, but the ones that I list, the ones that I like to share with you is this that you can see there. I'm Business Applications MVP from December 1st past year. I'm pretty honored about the award. I'm very happy about it. I'm the second MP for Human Resources. First, of course, is Malin, my mentor and friend. And we are both of us working closely with product team to make things better and to evangelize about this pretty awesome solution. My background is from HR. I'm a business. I'm more from the business perspective than the developer one. So I come from HR. I worked in HR my entire career until I switched to operations. And now I'm here and I don't want to go back. So I know a lot about HR processes, and that's my main area of knowledge. I'm also a psychologist because in Uruguay you need, or at least one of the desired requirements to become an HR specialist is to be a psychologist, because you need to perform some activities related with psychological techniques or stuff like that, interviews and all the things that you need to be very people person. So yeah, I'm a psychologist. I ended my degree in December 2017. A few years ago. So yeah, that's me. I'm also a pilot student. This is a dream that I could achieve thanks to, of course, working in this world and following my dreams. And I'm also a cheerleader. I try to be a cheerleader with almost everything and almost everyone. There are a few things that I'm not cheerleader about, of course, but I really enjoy to encourage people to reach their full potential. So if you need a cheerleader, you have my email there. Feel free to reach out. Or if you also need mentoring, I'm pretty passionate about mentoring, and I'm really excited to help you if you need any support, or listen to you if you need any advice. So feel free. You have my email. You can also reach out to through my webpage. So what we're going to share today, it's about Dynamic 365 Human Resources, and I have 3 scenarios that I want to share with you and how we can solve them with human resources. So this is the agenda for our session today. At first, we're going to start sharing a bit about what is Dynamics for Human Resources. Most of people don't know who this is because it's not a well-known solution for Microsoft. It made a lot of impact in the community because of the changes. So I want to make sure you understand and you have a bit of a glint of what Dynamics for HR it is. So you can have it as part of your toolbox if you ever need to suggest or recommend to a client. You may be creating stuff with Power Platform that you have already built in HR. So that's the thing that you should be aware of. The second thing that we're going to review, sorry, it's about the first scenario. It's about a challenge that leaders are facing within managing talent. So we're going to go and dive into that scenario. The second one is about workers. We're gonna understand what are the challenges that workers are facing at the moment with the situation that we're facing all together, and also regular issues that they have. And lastly, we're gonna share some the latest one, but it's also one of the most important, at least for me. It's about the challenges that HR are facing as a department. So my idea is to share this all with you, and I hope you find it interesting and funny. And if you don't, please send feedback, because I'm really, really happy to change my content, of course. So let's start. What you're seeing here is a screenshot that we're gonna later on go into a demo. So you're gonna see this part of the screenshot, but in the full screen. So what is Dynamic 365 for human resources? So Dynamics for human resources, or DHR, I'm not sure how I'm going to call it all the entire session, but it's a solution that is designed and built for achieving and conquering all Dynamics, all HR challenges. So we have a few like tiles where we can categorize or identify some stuff. So we have our first spot is this solution is built to transform employee experiences. You can provide them some tools so they can be independent. They don't need you as an HR or as a leader, and that's pretty awesome because they can work. They can create and work on their own data without depending on human resources. So it's also an easy solution that you can integrate with Microsoft Teams, because of course it's part of the Microsoft environment. So every single integration is pretty easy to build. Pretty easy. There might be some exceptions, but anyway, we can transform employee experience with this solution. Of course, we can also optimize HR programs. This means simplify every single program that you had. And if you are, it doesn't matter if you're not part of HR, it matters if you ever work for an organization. Remember how long it takes to ask for a vacation or for a benefit or request a certification. Remember how long that it took for you to ask for HR for an HR person. Well, in this solution, we have the amazing opportunity to simplify this kind of programs where people can ask through some self-service solutions and not depend on some people or some Excel or some email or something that is not smart to work better. So the second point is to optimize HR programs. The third one is to increase organizational agility. This means that we can take action faster. So one of the things that happen is that human resources is not aligned with a core business of the company. So they don't understand regularly what is the need of being agile. I'm not talking agile in terms of Scrum and Agile and stuff like that, but to be very, very, very fast on how to respond on organizational needs. So human resources really needs a solution that helps them to work even smarter. So, and the last one is discover workflow insights. This means that there are some out-of-the-box solutions that we can use for there are some out-of-the-box dashboards that we can use, some analytics that are embedded in the solution that you can easily use to understand and to understand what's going on in your company. We're gonna go over that later on, but so far, these are 4 points that I wanted to share with you about what is Dynamics for human resources. So, and then we have some of the things that are very important about the solution. It's about a data-driven but people-centric. This means that it goes, it takes a lot of information from the insights and it helps to take action based on that insights. But those insights are based on people, on things that people, people centric. I mean, that's it. So the second one is highly flexible. So you can extend it if you want to meet some needs that you want. Like, for example, if you want to create a Power App and embed into the solution, you can do that. I have an article written on that. So if you have any doubt, you can go there. You can connect it with partner solutions. So if you need, for example, an ATS, an applicant track solution, you can extend it with that. You can extend with many ISPs that we have over the world. So that is pretty awesome. And then we have some actionable insights, as I already told you, to help you work better and to help you understand what's currently going on in your company. Also, there's also a connected HR part of the solution, because we can help employees with self-service tools. We can help them submit their time off, for example, through Microsoft Teams. That's an out of the box. It's not out of the box, but it's pretty easy to develop. And if you have any doubt, I already have another article written about that, and you can try and play around with this Microsoft Teams integration with Dynamics for Human Resources that I recommend, and it's pretty awesome. And lastly, we have the interconnected HR and ops data. This means that we have cross information about human resources and operational data. That's pretty good. Last one, we have some actionable insights, and you're going to find this a lot, and there's a reason about that. The thing is that in human resources, or at least in the departments that I work so far, we didn't have this kind of solution, this kind of dashboard where you can find such good and rich information about your current situation. I remember making a report, and it took me at least 40 hours to build something that now I see in human resources, and it takes me only 1 or 2 clicks. It of course it takes a bit to load, but it doesn't take 40 hours. So we're gonna, with this actionable insights, we're gonna have some workforce intelligent dashboards. We can ensure compliance with regulations, and we are helping HR for work better in best practices. So with all this said, and after this introduction, let's go to the first challenge that I had for you. It's about the leaders. So what we want to do with the leaders is to democratize talent management. So if you're part of a team, or if you lead a team, or if you are not in a team but you had the opportunity to be in one someday, we have something that is pretty common, and leaders are not somehow. They're not so owners of their own processes and their own reports. And why is this? Because they don't have tools that support their leadership. So as of today, we have some leaders that they are blaming HR for not being agile, for not having solutions, for not providing information, while they should be the ones leading or managing their own talent. By providing a solution like Dynamics for Human Resources, we are helping them to get rid of these excuses. We're helping them to conquer at least four challenges. So we are providing them a unified management solution where they can see everything about the reports. Now we're gonna go through a demo, so you're gonna be able to see what is going on and how they can do that. The second one is about being owners of their processes and also about the teams. So they are no longer blaming anyone about what is done and what is not done, because they're the ones that they are managing all that. Then we have less pressure for HR, of course, because leaders are managing their talent, and HR is only supporting or guiding in a strategic way or not in an operational day. way, sorry. And then they have the chance to manage not only direct but indirect reports. So what does this mean? This means that if I'm a leader, not only managing my direct reports, my team, but also the teams that report to my report. I know that sounds tricky, but it is my job as a leader to make sure that all the team works line and works fine. So it's not only my direct, but also my indirect reports. And with this said, I'm going to go to a demo and I'm going to share my screen. So I hope you find this useful. So I'm going to switch. I'm going to go here. So here you go. Welcome. This is Dynamics 365 for Human Resources. This is a trial environment that you can raise if you want to. Go into trials.dynamics.com. It's very easy to build and very, very. It's kind of a nice way if you want to learn a bit more about the solution. For those with Dynamics background, you know that this looks like a lot of in every single solution around Dynamics 365. So yeah, that's it. What I want to show you right now is what the leaders are gonna use for to solve their challenges. So here we find my user is Anna. I'm a marketing executive here in this company. And what you can see here is the manager self-service that works together with employee self-service. That is something that we're going to see in the next slide. So what you're seeing here is the information about my team. As you can see, I have 3 reports, Benjamin, Chris, and Kevin. And I can see a lot of information about them, not only a summary about, a brief description about them, but also I can see position and details related to that position. We can see compensation to compare them. In this case, we can see, for example, Benjamin is the one that works for me the most. It's the oldest employee in terms of the oldest employee, but it's the lowest with the compensation with the lowest compensation. Then we can see leave and absence, balances for all employees based on different plans that they are involved in. We can see the performance goals. Where are they? If they're started, not started, if they're on track, if they have any need of improvement. And then we have the reviews and when they're gonna be taking place, but we don't have anyone. What I want to show you now is about the latest point that I mentioned about managing not only direct, because these are my direct reports, but also my indirect reports. So we can see here that we have a very tiny option here that it says view team. If we go there, we can see also the information, the exact same tiles that we have here. For the people reporting to Benjamin. So I can see not only, for example, everything. I can see the request, I can see the compensation, I can see positions, I can see everything for the people reporting to my team. So that is a pretty awesome solution because it helps us to be aware of what's currently going on in the company. And we're very cognizant about how everything's going. So that's a thing. With all this said, I'm going back to my slide, and I hope you like that. Very easy information about leaders. Now we have our second challenge, that is connected with workers. So one of the things that you already saw that I mentioned, and I mentioned several ways, is to improve employee life cycle. And this is part of something bigger because we are facing a very competitive moment where employee life cycle is taking a lot of interest. And I think that companies that are not prioritizing employee life cycle are failing in their strategy. So the idea of the solution of Dynamics HR to support this challenge is to provide a few solutions, very for me interesting. So we have a self-service platform that we're going to see right away. In this self-service platform, we are able to extend it if we don't like it, hide if we don't use some of the boxes, personalize. It's pretty awesome. So for example, if you had a power app that you want to embed because it makes sense for your processes, you can put it there, and it's pretty easy. As I already told you, there's an integration with Microsoft Teams for employees to submit their requests on time off. And that is pretty awesome because instead of sending an email and getting a reply back, you can you can chat with the bot and ask for your balances, request some time off, and also that will impact in your balances in the solution. So it's pretty easy and pretty awesome. Also, we have closeness with leaders and HR, and also transparency in the processes, because as of now, we have no transparency. We have no, we're not sure how everything is going, or we ask for a vacation and we don't know if someone review it or not. But with this solution, we are able to do that, and we are able to to provide the transparency that everyone deserves as part of a team. So yes. Then we have the last one, that is quick and easy access to edit information. We can access very easily to our personal information. Sorry, and if, for example, if we have if we change our address, or if we change a personal contact or stuff like that, we are able to change it as instead of HR. So let's go and dive into the demo once again. I'm going to go back to the beginning, but we're going to do kind of the same journey. So here you can see the main page, dashboard. This is something that I customized because I love the Power Company and I love these things. So I use it for my company. I'm going through employee self-service. And instead of going to my team, I'm going to keep it here, and I'm going to show you what is employee self-service. So here we have our dashboard with every single information about myself. So as you can see, I'm going to zoom it. We can have here time off. We can request it from here, but we can also request it from Teams. We also have tasks and also courses if there were any future courses scheduled. We also have certificates, reviews, performance goals, total skills. I'm going to press and show compensation. It's going to load again. It's going to order it differently. And here we can see my compensation. And then we have some titles, some links here, for example, to see my job details. Let's go. I'm not sure what's going to do this. Okay, so I know that I'm a marketing executive, and here there are all my job description. So that's it. This is employee self-service, and something that is very helpful for people that is not used to work this way. So one of the things that I think that adds a lot of value is the opportunity to edit some personal details. So as you can see here, we go to the edit personal details, and there are several of this information that we can edit. The first of this is addresses. So if I want to, for example, edit my home address because I change the states or something like that, we can change it from here, and we can select OK, and the change is done. And that's all we need. And it could save a lot of time or travel in the future. Then we have contact details. This means that we can add, for example, email, cell phone. That's not my phone, just in case. But we can add email or phone or any other contact details that we want. Then we have personal contact. I don't have, but you can have if you want to, and you are a person, just in case something happens to you. There's a personal contact into the system, and this information is going to be visible for human resources, so they can hold them if something happens to you. Let's pray for that it doesn't happen. Then we have ID numbers, and here you can find, for example, a CCN, a security social number. Once again, this is not mine, but you can add or edit, for example, if you want to have your passport, visa, or whatever suits to your country, you can find it here. Lastly, but not less important, we have my payment method. That here we can select how we wanna be paid. So I think that we have two options: electronic payment, and there's another one we can select on check. I don't think there's a lot of people now receiving their payment with check, but I don't know. And below you can find the bank information for this employee. And lastly, if you want to change your image, you can do it here. But I do like this one. It's not me, but I do like it. So this is what you can edit or change from an employee perspective. And this is all the things that you can see as an employee. Let me show you this one. Here we have some, well, if it opens, there you go. We have some skills, and these skills are related with the worker, but also with the job that the person is performing. So yeah, we have lots of information, and I should create a session just for employee self-service or manager self-service, but yeah, it's not today. Sorry for my cough. I don't know what's going on. Okay, and lastly, we have the third challenge. That this one is one of my favorites because I suffered from the inside, and now I know how we can solve it very, very easily. So what we're doing with HR is to help them work smarter. They just to give you a glimpse of what it feels to work in HR department. First thing, we don't have any budget to invest in anything. We don't have budget for solutions. We don't have budget for resources. We're a cost area of the company, so corporate expect us to work the best we can with the less they can provide. And that's not something that I made up. It's something that it happens in every single company. At least they're a very, very people-centric company. So we don't have budget. We don't have solutions. And sometimes when we do have a little tiny budget, we build something ad hoc. And that's a challenge because, for example, we start using an ad hoc ATS, and then we have an Excel and to gather information, of course, stored locally. And then we have email to receive all the resumes, and then we have folder stored locally, and that I could go on, but that leads us to very, very like uncommunicated solutions. So we are working a lot more than we could if we were using a solution. So if for example, an HR analyst is sick and they're not going to work, they're not able to share a file with their coworkers till they get back. So that impacts directly in how we respond to organizational needs. So we are going to have them, doesn't matter, HR, we're here for you. We're going to help you to work smarter facing these 4 challenges. We have one single solution for all soft processes. So the idea behind Dynamics for HR is to provide or to have a solution hire to retire. So we can share the employee life cycle in one single solution from the beginning to the ending. Then we have an easy integration, of course, with Power Platform. We can add Power Automate is already part of it, and I'm thinking it's going to be part of it in long term. But for example, you can build your own workflows or flows in the solution. You have like a link there. I'm going to show you. You have a link that says Automate with Power Automate, so you can do that. Power BI is part of out of the box dashboards. We have Power Apps that we can embed that, and then missing one, Power Virtualizations. You can of course do something related with that. That's not my strongest points. The fact that we can easily integrate it with Power Platform, it's a fact that we are that companies have no excuses to buy it and also to improve it. So if you don't like it, one of the first excuses that we find is that I don't like this solution, or I don't like how it looks like, or I don't like this feature. Okay, you don't like it, you can personalize with Power Platform, and you can make it even better. Then we have out of the box dashboards that I already told you a lot about this, but I know that I'm creating some expectative here, but I'm going to show you in a bit how this looks like. And last but not least is HR focusing on strategy. So while now we have people focusing on operations because they need to, for example, create some reports, create dashboards, create information that takes them a lot of time. If we provide them a solution that by default is creating these insights, they not need 40 hours a week or 40 hours a month to invest in building or crossing Excel information, because they already have that in the solution, and they can focus on a strategy and making people happier, how to improve teams or stuff like that. So let's go to the demo for human resources. I'm going to go back to the main dashboard. Here we are. As you can see, we have several modules, but my favorite to show you with this challenge is personal management. This personal management solution, it's built to show you a picture of what's currently going on in your company. And you have, for example, here some information, how many employees, how many contractors, how many open positions and stuff like that. But I'm not going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on analytics. So this is going to take a bit to load. But the funny thing or the interesting thing about this is that we are able to have some insights around some insights about my company in this dashboard. So here you can see below, you can see we have a lot of titles about all the dashboards that are already existing in the solution. So I can't see a single reason why an HR team will not use it. So here we have, for example, the open positions by department. We can see that operations, retail operation has a lot of open positions. We can also see there's one that I really like. Here we have, for example, location, workers by location.
Hi, Justin, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello. I'm listening to someone in the back. Okay, there we go. Sorry. I got confused. And one of the ones that I like the most is about workforce demographics, and not because I'm a woman and I see that there are lots of men in this company, but for example, we can see here that in retail operations, we have much more men than women and stuff like that. And funny, we have in HR and in finance, we have a lot of women. Okay, so we can also see how many languages are spoken by employees. We can see people by department. And one of the things that we can see that are very, very funny is employee anniversaries or birthdays. How many times did HR send your birthday on the wrong date or didn't even send it? So here you can filter. You can see, for example, in May in retail operations, we have 24 people with a birthday, and you have the list. So what I wanted to show you with this out-of-the-box solution is that you are able to not think about building insights because they are already built in the solution. So with all this said, and with all this that I've talked a lot, if there are any questions, feel free to reach out. I know that I talked a lot, and I know that I made up some words, and I know that maybe you have more doubts than anything. But just let me know if you have any question. I'm always happy to help. And yeah, that's it. If you want to reach out, here you can scan my. There you go. You can scan in this QR. You can scan my webpage, and you're going to see a lot of information around human resources. You can see articles in some sessions that I've made in Spanish and English. So if you want to see any content that is not there so far, please reach out. I'm very happy to create or co-create an article or co-create a session. So feel free to connect. I'm always happy to support. So thank you once again. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for the organizing team for having me. It's been a pleasure. It's been pretty awesome to share this moment with you.